chairs.
Yeah.
No, not the ones you sit in to knit grandma's sweater.
No.
We're talking about the classic rock, blues, and rock band.
Excellent.
Currently located in Bath, New Hampshire.
Excellent.
And we have Mike Lusby in the studio. I'm kind of excited for Mike to come in here because I don't know if anybody knows this, but Mike owns the Bath Village store.
Oh my God, I love that place.
And I'm hoping he smells a little like smoked cheese.
Yeah.
Maybe he brought a sample since some of us didn't have time to eat breakfast.
I'm telling you, one of my favorite stops. It really is. My wife just stopped there the other day and picked up some pepperoni and some cheese.
Oh my gosh, I have to see, and you like the pepperoni and cheese?
Yep.
I like the pajamas there. However, the pajamas, it takes like 4 washings for them to stop smelling like smoked cheese. True story. They are great, though.
I absolutely love it.
Great jammies.
All right, so that's all coming up at 10 o'clock.
They have moose on them, like a moose on a cell phone, moose driving a car.
Perfect.
Moose
everywhere.
I know. So,
Right.
yeah, so Mike Lusby will be in. We're talking about the Bath street dance. I'm pretty sure there's a street dance, but also you are big, Miss Leah Holtz, into, I got to finish that. You're big into.
Yes, thank you very much for that flattering introduction.
Was that a big joke?
I know.
Yeah.
Good Lord, you're big into rock. You're big into music.
I am big into music.
And so you're very small and you're beautiful and wonderful. Your skin looks like caramel.
How can you do that without running into anything? Backpedaling.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I put
That caramel skin thing cleared you forever.
That's it.
Thank
Perfect.
you. But anyways, Leah,
Yes, ma'am.
the rocking chairs, we're going to talk all about them because they just have a new CD out. Isn't it called like Dropped, or what's it called when new music comes out? Dropped a new CD, right?
Yes.
So, yes, I don't know. But
Yes,
they have a
it
new
is.
CD, and we're going to talk all about that and the exciting things that
I still say album.
Yeah, so do I.
They released a new album.
So do
they
I.
released.
I think the
like
same
that.
Yes.
Yes, very good. Okay.
So that's all coming up at 10
Airborne,
o'clock.
take that.
It's time for The Chick Show. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11, WLTN Mix 96.7 FM turns over the microphones to Two Chicks Dishing. Get a beverage, take some notes, call them up. Enjoy the show. Two Chicks Dishing on WLTN.
Hey there, North Country. How you doing today? I'm Casey Nightingale.
And I'm Leah Holtz.
And we are the Chicks Dishing here on the 9th of August in our hen house, having some fun. We were thankful. But anyways, today's show, we're very fortunate to have Mike Lusby of the Rocking Chairs in here. The Rocking Chairs is a band. They are playing this weekend, if I'm not, next weekend. Thank God you said that, Mike, because I would have shown up this weekend to the Bath Village Common.
Wrong town, too.
Something's happening in Bethlehem this weekend, something in Bath next weekend. To the street dance, it is the benefit for the Bath Firefighters Association on August 17th. It's the Strawberry Farm Band and the Rocking Chairs. They're the main event. This, if you have ever gone to this, you will attest with me. And if you've never gone, you should go to the Bath Village Common because this is the night of all nights. You get to see things like Craig Pursley, who's a friend of the Chick Show, dancing till he's working up a sweat. You get to see all sorts of firefighters that people know and love dancing. It is tons of fun. There are prizes. There's a 50-50 raffle. My favorite part is the words on the bottom are, I'm pretty sure Budweiser will be there.
That's true.
Okay, Mike, let's start with talking about the, Mike Lusby, I want you to take it away. Let's start with talking about the street dance.
Sure, no problem. This is the 7th annual. Ron, who's going to be on the phone here soon, came up with the idea about 8 years ago to give back to the community and thought we should do it with the firefighters because they've been really good to the band over the years. And it's kind of grown every year. We're up to just about 800 people we can pack into the little town square and have some music for about 5 hours and some food cooked by the fire department. So it's a great time. We just want to raise some money for the locals and have a good time. It's fun. And it is sponsored by Budweiser to get that in there.
It's a great time. It's the pictures from there alone are amazing. But now to go, will there be a classic car? Will there be the classic cars this year? And will they be there, or is that was a few weeks ago?
That was a couple weeks ago. Yes.
Okay, getting my words all mixed up. Then let us talk about the rocking chairs.
The rocking chairs.
Yes, they're the headliners, correct?
This is correct.
Okay.
This is correct. We've all been in bands since the 60s,
Mm-hmm.
and we all in 2004 out here. We're all from California. But three out of the four of us live here. Bobby, who is in California, flies in for the bigger shows. And if we decide to fly somewhere and play, that type of thing. And we just started to do it as a hobby back in 2004 instead of doing it professionally like in the 60s and 70s, which makes it a lot nicer because you don't have to worry about the money. It works out really nice just doing it as a hobby. So we like that a lot. And we put out our first demo CD in 2004. It got heard in England by a band that we ended up being friends with in Liverpool. They passed it on to what's called the world's most famous club, which is the Cavern Club in Liverpool. That's where the Beatles were discovered and played over 300 times. They heard it, asked us to come over, and we ended up going on tour in 2005 with the band that heard it first, which is called the Amazing Kappa Band. And we got asked to go back in 2007 and tour again. So we just really love it over there. It's kind of our second home. Liverpool's a great music city. Just, rock and roll all the time. I don't know how those people go to work the next day, 7 days a week. We'd be out till 2 a.m. playing and then going to dinner. And we see the same people we saw going home at 2 a.m. getting up and going to work the next day. So I don't know how they do it, but they do it. But it's a great music city.
Now, what do you do in the band? What do you play?
I'm the drummer.
You're the drummer.
Yes.
Now, on the line, if you would like to introduce, we have another band member,
Yes.
correct?
This is Ron Borelli. Ronnie's our lead guitarist and also vocalist and equipment extraordinaire, tech. He's the main guru for all of this. So.
Hi, Ron.
Is that my?
Hey, Ronnie.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So I have a question before you go on. Did you get to play at that club with
Oh, yes.
Melissa?
We've been there multiple times.
Was that the coolest thing of
It
your
was
whole
great.
life?
The first time I ever walked down into the Cavern Club, it's underground. So you go down these steps down and literally the hair stood up on the back of my neck.
Do they have tons of Beatles stuff there?
Tons of Beatles stuff. And even today, all the big bands still play. McCartney still plays there. The guys from Pink Floyd. Just all the big bands still kind of go through there and play. So it's really cool. Really good time.
I just touched him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, look out.
You feel close.
Yeah.
Very cool. Now, Ron, what do you do in the band? And tell us a little bit about your experience with it, please.
Sure. Well, as said, I play guitar. I sing badly. I run all the gear, and my experience started probably about the time as Mike and grew up listening to Zeppelin and The Who and all the British Invasion bands. Ended up playing great idea, and then many years later, here we are.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
We have a bad connection with you. I don't know if you're on a cell phone or if we're on speakerphone, but if we're on speakerphone, we need to be a little close. We need to actually be on a regular line. We're missing everything. You sound a little like Charlie Brown's teacher right now to us. But I'm going to have, just so everything you said is held clear, I'm sure Mike can fill in all the gaps of what we missed right there. Give us Ron's history, Mike.
Ron's history.
How about I'll try calling back in.
Sounds great.
Ronnie grew up in San Jose, California. He's about 4 years younger than we are, and but the smartest one of all of us. He's a VP for high tech and engineer company, and so he's really up there. He's the one we turn to for all the high tech stuff too. But he grew up in San Jose playing with bands, and again moved out here a few years after we did, and he's just really one of the best guitarists I've ever heard in my life. So Ron's really good, even though he'll tell you the opposite. But he's really good. So that's Ronnie's background. My brother Jim is a bass guitarist, and his music goes all the way back to probably grade school also. He was a concert organist for many years, and then switched over to guitar. He's very good. And then Bobby, he and I have been together since 1965 in bands, and another one of the best guitarists and vocalists. He's been doing just music his whole life, so he's very good also.
So did you all move up here together on purpose, or?
No, we came out from California just to get away from I was a VP in the Silicon Valley for 25 years, and my wife worked for a big nuclear research firm. And tired of the rat race and saw the brick store for sale, moved out here. And Jim came as our store manager also. He came with us, my brother. Ron and his wife Maria came probably about 4 years after that. Then Craig came probably another couple years after that. And then Bobby's still in California, but again, flies out for the major stuff that we do.
You're one of the reasons Craig came this way too?
No, actually, Craig is one of those, all the bus tours we get down there.
Mhm.
So we'll get up to about 500 in the fall. Craig was on one of those in the early 90s. And he and I got to be talking on the front porch. And he was asking about real estate and
Mhm.
the life and all that. And a few years went by, and I may have this totally wrong on the timing, but I got a call one day, and he said, "Remember me on the porch?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I bought the house right across the river from you, and we're moving." So they came out just to kind of same thing, get a better lifestyle and a slower pace for him and his wife, and it's been great.
Well, fantastic.
Yeah.
Ron, are you with us now?
Yeah, I'm back. How's that? How's it now?
It's slightly better. I mean, now I feel like I should give you my order through the speaker at a fast food joint. But we are good. All right, continue on.
Yes, and so that's kind of where we've gone with the band so far, and we put out 4 albums now. First album came out in 2004, and the latest came out 3 months ago. It is now, and that one's being played on some radio stations in the area around here, and it also got heard in England in May, and that was been playing on a BBC radio over there. So we've enjoyed that. One of the side little things that's been really nice about this whole adventure for us is we got to know the Beatles' original promoter. His name's Sam Leach. He really got turned on by the band, and actually the second time we went over for tour, ended up promoting one of our shows over there. And he heard the latest album, and he actually really got on the bandwagon and said, "This needs to be on radio," and got the BBC Radio England to hear it and play it. So that's been really nice for us too. So we enjoy that.
So when you play there, do you find that people know you already?
Some, and mostly when we tour with that same band over there, the Amazing Camper Band. They're just the best band in England. They're they're just fantastic. So they know them, and some will know us now too through that. But we actually have a decent little fan base over there, so we enjoy that a lot for sure.
Well, that's now what part of it is your inspiration? Like where does your inspiration come from for these songs, and like what bands inspire you?
Well, Ronnie touched on it. The Zeppelin for sure, Who, the Beatles, Creedence, that type of thing. All of our albums have some originals on them. This last one has 6, if I remember correctly. So that's been really nice. Ronnie, what do you think?
Well, wow, God, it sounds terrible. Does it sound terrible?
A little bit.
A little terrible.
A little terrible.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. But we're just making sure, is Mike doing justice to how amazing you are?
Yeah, I'm still with my friends.
Okay, that was yes.
Yes.
But I just want to say how fun it's been being on the phone with y'all today.
Well, thank you. What he said was it's fun talking to us,
Yes,
and that
Ronnie.
even though he's not here with us, Leah, he can tell how beautiful we are.
That's right.
And how good we smell.
And how good we smell, exactly.
Ronnie, I'll see you tonight for beers.
All right, yeah. I'm sure Mike will tell me all about how everyone smells.
Okay. All right, we're going to make him have a big whiff. Okay.
That's right.
Thank you, Ron. All right. Let us take a quick break. And when we get back, we want to play one of your songs. Would that be good? Can we do that? Fantastic. Hey, you are tuned in to Chicks Dishing right here on WLTN. Stick around. We're going to play you some rocking chairs. Oh, the rocking chairs. I think about that in... All right, here we go.
The best songs on the radio. Mix 96.7 FM.
girls
you
are
go.
screaming.
I thought that scream was really part of the song. I was like, does that person have credit on the CD?
We are here, ladies and gentlemen, in the hen house, rocking out with Mike Lusby of the Rocking Chairs. We are fortunate enough to have him here. He's here, number one, promoting the band because they are a local band who is doing some pretty amazing things. But secondly, they will be performing at the Bath Village Common on Saturday, August 17th, starting at 5:30 p.m. There'll be prizes, 50-50 raffle, and beer, because it is sponsored by Budweiser. The opening act is Strawberry Farm Band, and then the Rocking Chairs. Boy, you guys are totally different. I like that. Two different kinds of music.
Yes, yes. A little bluegrass and then into rock and roll. So we kind of, usually everybody kind of sticks around too. So they, it's good. It's good to just have a blend.
Well, beer and Bath would do it too.
That'll do it too. That's right. When you have Budweiser sponsor you, you definitely have to have beer.
I know, it's kind of like a unicorn in Bath when
That's
they're selling beer.
That's right.
All right. You were just telling us that you've made a video. You made two, right?
Well, two off the new album, and again, they're homegrown, but we debuted the first one, which is "Feels Like the Right Time." Where you did the album release party, and it's actually been our fastest viewed video of all, because we've had videos since the beginning. Most of them are just live, stuff from the stage. But so this went over pretty well. We enjoyed it. People like it, so that's been really fun. So
Is it? I haven't seen it yet, but is it you guys playing, or did you actually act and stuff?
we didn't act. No, it's us playing, cut in with
Foreigner?
some people from the entertainment industry, clips of them too, just kind of all meshed together into a video. So it's kind of fun.
Now, can we see that on YouTube?
You can.
And it's the Rocking Chairs?
You can, if you just go into YouTube and type in the Rocking Chairs, feels like the right time, it'll come up.
Okay. I'm doing that right
There you
now.
go. Look out.
Well, that is absolutely awesome. Now, Bobby C.
Yes.
I want to hear a little bit more about Bobby C.
Well, Bobby and I started in 1965 with our first band, and we actually were together for 12 years during the heyday of the 60s and early 70s, and it was just a great time to grow up in the San Francisco Bay Area. Everything was exploding at the time. Creedence, Jefferson Airplane, you just name it, everybody. We were lucky enough. We were about 7 years younger than the quote big bands of the time, but I will say this without any embarrassment, we were pretty good. And so we ended up catching the eye of some of the big promoters, and we're on the same venues with the big bands, along with Canned Heat, things like that, and played a lot of the festivals and just had a great time. And after about 12 years, it was time to go on the road and actually do it, full time, or stay home with the wife and little one. So I chose that. The other guys went out and did their own thing, and we still remained friends the whole time. Bobby ended up with a great band that was touring with Journey and Dave Mason, and just a ton of them also at the same time. And so, we just Bobby's a vocalist and a great guitarist, and great. He has good stage presence and likes to have fun on stage. So he just a good soulmate of mine from way back when. So he's joined the band back in 2010. So it's been great.
This is a real video. This is legit. This is
kind of
great.
fun. It's kind
Feels
of
like
fun.
the right time on YouTube. You can see it. I'll see if we can download it and put it with the Chicks page. It's amazing to me. Now, okay, here we go. Do you make money at this? I think let's just.
Well,
I'm the capitalist here. They say it
we
all
do
the
it.
time.
We do it as a hobby,
Mhm.
but we do make enough off of the CDs. As Ron always says, we've gone 10 as compared to gold.
Yes.
We've sold, for all the different downloads and actual physical CDs, we've sold over, I think, 1,200. And so we make enough money to get Bobby out here on the plane for the big shows and do new CDs and all that kind of stuff. So,
That's perfect.
keeps us going. So it's great. Yeah.
Tin is better than plastic.
That's right. There we go. Yes.
Wow, that's really cool. Now, if you want to look at it, I'm going to see if I can get this on here, but feels like the right time. Now, Summertime Blues is another one. We just played. You have a video of that as well, correct?
I don't think I do.
The Rocking Chairs. Oh, I have the annual Firefighters
Maybe
benefit.
somebody took a
It's
video.
probably
Maybe
us
somebody
live
did.
doing it.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
very possible.
you are very YouTubeable.
Yes.
Let us take a quick break, and then when we come back, more of your history and how people can get hooked up with you of different events that you're going on. If they cannot make it to August 17th, you have future what would be gigs.
That's right. That's
All
right.
right, stick around. You are tuned into Chicks Dishing right here on WLTN. And we're back. Chicks Dishing right here on WLTN. We are sitting here with the one and only, well, there's only one of you, Mike. If Jim was here, it'd be two Luspies, but the
There
one
you
and
go.
only Mike Lusby in our studio, talking about the rocking chairs. And because after all, it is Flashback Friday, and
That's
that's what
right.
we do on Fridays. You are going to flash us back to old time music of the 60s,
That's
right?
right.
You're gonna
yeah.
tell us some crazy rock
Some
star
fun
stories.
stories. Well, one of besides the core three guys that were in the band in the 60s and 70s, one of the members, name was Rich Alves. And if anybody's a country fan, you may know that name. Rich was with us for a couple of years, and then his family got transferred to, I think it was Florida, but he ended up, his dream was always wanted to go to Nashville. And Rich actually hit it big in Nashville. In the 90s, he was with a band called the Pirates of the Mississippi. They had a couple #1 hits and albums. In fact, they were the best new band of the year for the Country Music Awards. And after their run ended, he became a huge songwriter and still is, for Willie Nelson, Rascal Flatts, Alabama, you name it. So Rich, he and I are still talking every week, and he's a great guy, great musician. But anyway, so that was kind of fun. But anyway, we used to back in the days when you're trying to make it, you play everything and anything. And besides the festivals, we actually were lucky enough to play with some of the big bands. You ended up also playing, certain bars and gigs. And one of the ones we had in the summertime was, we called it Reggie Jackson's Bar. If you know Reggie Jackson, the ball player for the Yankees. It was a bar that we played all summer. And we got the gig through the Musicians Union. And the first night we were there, we realized that everybody in the audience had names like Butcher Bob and Crazy Lenny and things like that. Turns out it was a Hell's Angel bar. And Reggie went there every night.
Really?
Yeah, and Reggie always showed up midway through the gig, literally with 4 women on his arm, 2 on each side. He would come in, parade in, and but for the band, it was the greatest thing there was because they loved the band. The Hells Angels loved the band. We had no problem anybody giving the band a bad time for that summer at all. In fact, we ended up playing with a Hells Angel festival because of that, which was interesting too.
Well,
But,
now the Four Girls. Let's go back to Reggie
yes,
Jackson and
Reggie
the Four
Jackson.
Girls. Were those goodie bags for everybody? I mean, were they like band gifts?
They were all for Reggie.
Oh.
But every single night on the weekends, it got pretty crazy. I mean, women would be on the tables dancing, clothes would be coming off. It would be crazy stuff. And one night, where we sat, with me and the drummer's throne, the restroom would be right to my left. And one night, some bikers from a different gang came in, and right in the middle of the song, I caught my peripheral vision to the left, and the bartender was laying on the floor in the bathroom, just bloodied all up. And I thought, oh, this is interesting. And about that time, all hell broke loose between the two biker factions, and just like in a movie, tables are flying.
And
chairs are
did you
flying.
just keep playing through the whole thing?
You're always taught musicians, you keep playing with like the Titanic.
Yeah, I
you
was
then
just
going
gonna
down. And that happened for about 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden, one of the guys, I had an extra, I always have had an extra drum to the side in case I broke one. And I looked over, and the guy had one over his head. He was about to splinter it against the wall. And that stopped everything because I went out and punched him, and then it all started. Microphone stands, and everything.
What? It's like a movie.
It was like a movie. It was
Too bad nobody
hilarious.
was videoing that.
It was hilarious. I mean, it was like Three Stooges. Some of the guys, our friend roadies, would be on all fours on the ground behind a bad guy, and we push him over. So the guy would go over. It was crazy stuff. It was crazy.
So did your stuff get wrecked?
No, actually, since he didn't splinter the drum and we reacted fast enough, no. But we have stories forever to tell about that. And Reggie enjoyed it. He, just he kind of gave us extra money that night for putting up with it. And the toughest thing on that gig was, since you were now friends with the Hells Angels, as we played, you were expected to down shots anytime they brought them up to be a mid-song, after song.
Ooh.
And I would be, as an example, I'd be playing, and my drummer using both hands, come up from the side, there would be a shot, and you had to turn your head and take the shot and keep going. And I tell you, some nights it got pretty bad. So
Were you offbeat?
I don't know what I was.
I know. You were the best looking
Who
drummer
knew?
there.
Yeah, who knew?
Oh my
But
gosh.
and then one year there was a place, very famous place in Oakland called, was it Fremont? I'm sorry, called Frenchie's. Everybody and his brother played there. The Animals, Tower of Power, Rare Earth, Van Morrison. I'm just trying to think of some of the bands. So we played that one summer. That was a strip bar, and again, strip bar, famous, and all the big bands came through, even though it was a strip bar.
Mm-hmm.
And the girls, they would be up on their podiums doing their thing, and so you did that just to try to make your names, and that got us actually into a festival one time too. So it all was worth it.
I
over
can
time.
imagine
So
what kind of festival that was.
I know.
it was one of the legit kind of festival.
I'm wondering if they would give you shots there.
I don't remember that.
Or dollars. I would
Yes,
say
it
dollar
could have been
bills.
dollars. Yes. So that's possible. So it was just kind of part of the whole, trying to make your name in the 60s and early 70s.
Were you married then?
I was not then, no.
Mhm.
Got married in the mid-70s.
Mm-hmm.
And so we stopped that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Then, so.
Well, I was gonna say, was it hard for you to go from that lifestyle to when you kind of took a break to do the family thing?
No.
It was,
No.
You were probably sick of it.
I wasn't sick of that part of it. I just wanted to try to raise my son the best I can and be with my wife, and that type of thing, and not, the horror stories that you hear of guys being on the road and not having a family. In fact, a little side note to that, in 2002, Steven Tyler's mom showed up at the brick store,
Oh no.
and she went into the ice cream shop where we have all the rock and roll memorabilia. She saw kind of the wall of my life and things like that, and we got to talking. And I told her that she asked about that, and I said, that's why I stopped doing it. And she said, it's the best thing you ever did. I wish Steven had never done that.
Your
'Cause
little
it's,
Steve.
yeah, because it really messed him up. But she's glad, of course, now, I think he's almost turned it around
Mm-hmm.
most of the time anyway. But she was, for him to go on the road, the things they did to him, she was sorrowful for that. But so she kind of gave me the motherly talk and said, you did the right thing. So, oh, good, okay.
Did you take your picture with her?
I've got a picture of her in the store, but not with her.
Does she
Together.
look like him?
No, not really. I mean, I guess when she was younger.
I met him once at a festival, and he was see-through. He was so disgusting. He was like the skinniest human being I've ever seen, and his skin was like transparent.
And he kind of looks like a trout with the big mouth.
Oh, I don't know if he was
Wow,
a
I didn't.
chocolate.
Steven, I did not say that.
Yeah, I'm sure Steven Tyler's listening. Steven, if you're
Just so
listening,
you know.
you're transparent.
I know. Oh my gosh. That's unbelievable. You've met a lot of famous people through your life, because
You
I
have.
even know in the Bath store you've met a lot of people through your life.
Drop some names.
Oh, can I give one? Because how I met Mike was the funniest thing in my life. Because, and you won't even remember this, because you meet so many people. There's a picture of Mike and President Obama in his store. And I pretty much made the reference were you really, really excited about meeting President Obama? And at that minute, and I can't repeat verbatim what Mike said, but I knew exactly where Mike stood politically from that picture.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, you gave a really good comment, and my husband and I laughed because it's a picture of you and
Yep.
the Obamas. He's had a movie shot there.
Yes, we have. That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've had.
Lots of stuff.
We've
You brought
had Meredith
fame with
Vieira's
you.
been there for the Today Show. Actually, we've had Good Morning America there, Today Show, Peter Jennings, Nightly News, sometime, over the years. All that
You
kind of
have
stuff.
brought with you the California lifestyle.
Yeah,
blog.
look out. Well, we'll give that to my wife. She's the star of the store more than I am.
I actually never knew. California is one of my favorite places to be, and I didn't realize that when I'm missing California, I can just go to your store.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
A bunch of Californians right there.
That's right.
That is crazy, absolutely crazy. Now, so when you stopped and you went to Silicon Valley, the other band members, what did they do? Other than someone often stayed with music, you said Bobby C.
They all made their own, formed the new bands, and all went on tour, and I mean
Mhm.
all over the place. So they did that for probably a good decade, both of them. And then after about a decade or so, they both just got regular 9-to-5 jobs and do like we do, hobbies on the side now. So it's a tough life. If you don't really make it, per se, it can be just, you just don't have any family time, and you're on the road all the time. It's just, it can be tough, for sure.
All right, when we come back, I want to talk to to you about future gigs for the rocking chairs. And we'll talk one more time about the street dance in Bath. And I want to talk about parking in Bath, where they can go to park for this street dance, because I think that's all kind of important. You're tuned in to Chicks Dishing right here on WLTN. Stick around for more fun.
The best songs on the radio. Mix 96.7.
Hey guys, we're back here on Chicks Dishing. I'm Casey.
I'm Leah.
And we are with, who are you?
I don't know. Mike.
Mike, who can't remember his name because
That's
he was
right.
on the road too long.
Yeah, that's it.
Fried brain.
We're talking about burgers.
We are. You know what? I think that's what we should do before we talk about future gigs and about the Bath Village Common and the street dance. Give a little shout out to Bath, because our friends in Bath, they need a little love.
The friends in Bath. We
Yes.
like that. Yes. Well, it's a good community.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a construction zone right now, too. We got the Bath Bridge being redone. And they're also redoing the steeple on the church right now, which looks gorgeous, by the way. They're doing a great. And I think the company's out of Littleton that does it, too.
They are.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a great little community, nice and quiet, great neighbors. It's the best thing we've ever done is live in that community. We just love it. Great people there. You've got the brick store. You've got the At the Hop ice cream shop and rock and roll memorabilia spot, gift shop, Craig's Art Gallery, which is the American Heritage Gallery of Art. You got a little grill, number 2 down there, which is burgers and seafood takeout, which is fantastic. I think they came in May.
Mm-hmm.
And
Amy Baker, the accountant, is there now. I
that's right.
saw that.
That's right. There's an accountant. That's right. Oh, yes.
The best library around for as far as help and hands-on.
They're
Well,
really
for
good.
that area, yes.
Except
Yeah.
for Whitefield, because my mom's the librarian.
That's right.
Well,
There
they
you
can
go.
The twins.
Yes, they can.
But it's a great area. It's really a great area. Everybody helps each other a lot there. I enjoy it.
Okay, now let's talk about the street dance.
The street dance, August 17th, a week from Saturday. The firemen put stuff on the grill at 5:30. Strawberry Farm Band comes on at 6. And then the rocking chairs go on roughly around 8 o'clock. And it's
But you
food
need
and
to
fun.
have this
No, I
song.
think I've got it memorized. Sponsored by White Mountain Distributors and Budweiser. And we just play music for like 3, 4, 5 hours. I guess more than that, 4 or 5 hours. And have a good time.
So
And
is
it's
it right by
family
your
friendly.
store? Where
It
you
is right in front. We have flatbeds brought in to make the stages, and then we have risers brought in on top of that. And the fire department last year, and they're doing it this year, been nice enough to actually build an actual covering for the whole stage in case it rains, which so far the forecast looks good,
Knock on wood.
online anyway. And at least it gives us shade there when we set up, because it takes us about 4 hours to set up and sound check and all that kind of good stuff. And the heat is interesting, so it's really nice to have that shade. So that'll all be going on the 17th. So come on out. We can just pack about 800 people in that town square, and we've pretty much done that a couple of years in a row, and keeps going. And so it's a lot of fun. And Casey asked about parking.
Yes.
There is a parking lot that the town has that's between us and Little Grill that you can park in. The shoulders on both sides of 302, all the way up from the firehouse to the Bath School, are just loaded with cars. Some people park up at the Bath School and walk down. Some people park at the firehouse and walk down, that type of thing. That's probably your best bet for parking is those areas, the shoulders and the school and the fire department. So
Remember, the bridge is closed.
bridge is closed. That's right. So actually, we have some people this year bringing campers with them on this side of the bridge, so they can just hopefully pull into the parking lot and sleep. Hopefully pull into the parking lot and sleep in the camper instead of having to drive all the way back around since they can't go across the bridge. So
I
we'll
mean,
see how that
that's that's an enormous inconvenience.
It's fun.
What
It's fun.
side do you live on? Do you live on the Ray Burton side or your store side?
Store side.
You do?
Yeah. Whereas Craig, who lives,
The Ra-
X 100 yards away, 300 yards away,
Mhm.
he can, has to drive all the way around.
He should just take a little boat over.
Actually, Craig, who I think may be listening, Craig started out with a blow-up dinghy. He tried that one day to come across the river. I think that went once or twice, and then he started putting a bathing suit on and swimming across. And he'd get out, and I'd know when he'd do it because he would hang his swimming trunks and his wet T-shirt kind of to the side of his art gallery. So I knew when he would swim. So it was my duty at those times to grab his shorts, swimming shorts, and hide him. So when he went to go home, he had nothing to swim in. But I always gave it back to him. So now he does it between swimming and driving. That's kind of what he does.
it's a difficult thing. Anybody in Bethel will attest to this. When you're used to it being right there,
Sure.
and that's how you do it. What side of the bridge do you live on? The Burton side or the brick store side?
I don't even know where the bridge is.
Right next to the brick store.
You live in
Oh,
that.
like to the right of it?
Right behind it and to the right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I never went
literally.
that way.
All right, future gigs for the rocking chairs.
Well, since we have people living, Ron's in Boston and Bobby's in California, we kind of pick and choose major stuff unless we're doing this the street dance. We have had some promoters over the last couple of months ask us to come over and tour France, Italy, and Germany and England. But of course, to do that, you've got to hire crews to run all the stores and things like that. So that's the biggest hurdle, especially with the economy the way it is right now. So we're kind of waiting for the economy to come back, and we can do those kind of things. And we've been lucky enough to the Cavern Club emails us every 3 to 6 months and asks us to come back. So there's always an open invitation for that. And so we love all that. So
So if we can't make it to the street dance, we'll have to catch you in Liverpool.
there you go. That would be
Nice.
great. Yeah, you'd have some fun there for sure.
Oh my gosh. Mike, this has been fantastic.
Well, thanks for having us so much.
I
Yes.
thank you so much for sharing your music. If you want to check out the rocking chairs, you can do it live at the Bath Street Dance August 27th, starting at 5:30 p.m. There will be the Strawberry Farm Band first, and then the rocking chairs from there. Or, head on over to YouTube, the rocking chairs, and you can, Feels Like the Right Time is one of the videos, correct? August 17th, thank you. What did I say?
27.
I apologize.
I got excited because I thought I could go, but it's the 17th,
this is
so now I can't
August
go again.
17th. I know the 27th is a Tuesday. You don't want to go then. But we thank you for coming in.
Thank
and
you so
I-
much, both of you.
I